Christmas, I'm a very good boy. I put out milk and cookies for this guy to enjoy. But Santa never brings the right toy. I felt like giving up on all this holiday joy. But if you've seen the Santa Claus, you know you become Santa if you put on Santa's coat. You can kill him, leave him dead up in the snow. The elves don't even care about you murdering their bro. And so, this Christmas gonna be special to me. I ain't gonna ask for a car with a key. I ain't gonna write to Santa asking him please. Cause what I want for Christmas can't fit under the tree. I wanna be Santa Claus, so I'm gonna kill Santa Claus. When I hear those reindeer paws, I'm gonna break the law. This Christmas, don't got a wish list, I got a hit list, and at the top of it is old Saint Nicholas. Nothing against him, it's just business. I ain't the Grinch, but I'm gonna steal Christmas. I made a list and checked it twice for all the fucks I give about ending Santa's life, and I found none. I'll travel at the speed of light. If I'm Santa now, does that mean that I sleep with Santa's wife? Cause I'm down, son. Fire in my fireplace. Not talking about his flying ship when I say I'm a sleigh. He gon' die, son. I'ma wake up Christmas Day with all the dopest presents that I force the elves to make. They're my prisoners. I'll never understand why this is the way that they decide who the next Santa Claus is. How do people not believe that Santa exists? In this world, aren't adults concerned about all these gifts they didn't buy? I wanna be Santa Claus, so I'm gonna kill Santa Claus. When I hear those reindeer paws, I'm gonna break the law. This Christmas, don't got a wish list, I got a hit list, and at the top of it is old Saint Nicholas. Nothing against him, it's just business. I ain't the Grinch, but I'm gonna steal Christmas.
Good morning, everyone. What the fuck is this? I cussed in the first 8 seconds. All right, I already screwed up. What is this new goal thing? I don't know what I just filled out, but it's a new goal thing. So, good morning, everyone. You probably have no idea what I'm talking about because I don't know if it's just a creator-only thing or if it actually... Okay, I don't know. Good morning. We are... I was going to say a week from Christmas, but a week and a day. A week from Christmas Eve. So, in honor of being festive, we are ignoring that Christmas exists. And we are going to talk about Girl Bus. Like, this has become the talking point I see in any videos that I kind of, if I creep outside, like, what I actually enjoy. This has become a new thing. Okay, so it is showing. Robert says, morning, little rally. Just woke up late. Okay, little rally. Robert's little rally this morning. It is okay. Here it is. Interesting new feature. Thank you both so much, but I don't know what the fuck this is. Thanks, YouTube, for promoting super chats. I mean, you can't argue with that, and I appreciate you guys. We're going to talk about girl bosses. This, ever since the Video Game Awards, and I know we've covered that to a hidden, Robert. Thank you so much. We've covered that to a great deal, right? Ever since the Video Game Awards, this has been booming. Not only because of Ciri, and I would say almost in more large part to the new IP from Naughty Dog, which the plot has leaked. We may talk about that. I am not sure yet because I don't really trust a leak this early. We don't even have very much gameplay, let a leak of the whole plot. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It said a upset Naughty Dog employee did the leaking, but I don't know that I believe it, so we'll see. But I do want to take a look and kind of dive into this girl boss narrative that people are, I wouldn't say people, that some people are either totally for or totally against, because the internet is where nuance goes to die, right? And I feel like we could have a nuanced conversation about this. Good morning. Gary said, here's my take on this. People who are bitching about this are extremely clueless about what they want. There's games like Wolfenstein Youngblood that have BJ's Daughter that are smoking hot and people hated them. Whereas Borderlands 2, you have Ellie who's extremely fat and not attractive at all, but well loved. I also used the comparison of somebody like Natara or Li Mei in Mortal Kombat to that one character in Street Fighter that people really like, but she's a muscle mommy, right? So, and then you've also got Vi from Arcane, and I'm not going to give spoilers. I'm just saying she's a muscle mommy and we love her. Raymond said, my honest take, real women scare them. And by extension, anything that looks like a real woman or reminds them of a real woman exists, scares them. I mean, to a degree. So I do feel like there's very much so two sides of this. And obviously, I am on this side of it, right? I am on the girl bosses are awesome side. Whereas you have people like Reese who are like, I want to kill her, put her 6 feet under. I don't want to play as a girl, right? I don't know if those were exact quotes, but I feel like I was paraphrasing pretty fucking well. And I feel like the people on the side of girl bosses are awesome kind of look down upon the other side and think they're a little stupid. I can confirm that many people, and I've got 3 videos lined up. I've got all about video games. I do have one that's about more media in general, but because I know less about media in general, I figure sticking to video game and comics is the best choice here. And then you've got people on the anti-woke side that look at the other side like they're pretentious and brainwashed and such. So I think it's funny to have the nuanced conversation. And I think that's kind of why we all belong in this category where we can have that conversation and we kind of don't fit in either of the molds. And I think that's okay because, we suck at fitting in, and that's fine. Todd said, but Trish Chun-Li is a girl, is good for her thick ass. Wait, I thought Chun-Li had the thick thighs, right? Thick thighs save lives. Say that 3 times fast with a lisp. It is not gonna work. I don't want to kill her, but putting her in chains on a wall isn't out of the question. I'm pretty sure I do remember a direct quote from the Video Game Awards where you said about putting her 6 feet under. I'm just saying. Not brainwashed, just weirdos. Okay, so we've got a little bit of each side, and I think that's okay. I think that's kind of perfect. So we're gonna take a look at both sides of the aisle, right? We're gonna take a look at a video from a leftist. We're going to take a look at a video from an anti-woke. We're going to take a little look into both sides of this argument. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Girl bosses don't bother me, right? I'll put my bias right up front. Most of you guys know that. Girl bosses don't bother me at all. I don't even see an issue with them as long as they're done well, right? You've got incredible girl bosses in the media, like I obviously I'm going to use Jinx and Vi, right? Or Kate, or you've got the girl from Heavenly Sword or Bayonetta, or a lot of times the anti-woke always use Ripley. I did share a video on my community post a couple days back from a creator I'm recently familiar with calling out the bullshit called Dark Matter. That kind of made fun of if aliens were released today, the backlash that it would get. It was actually very entertaining. So you guys should check that out. Maybe we'll check it out at the end. But let's start right off with an anti-woke. I think that's the best way to go. We've got this guy. And we've got, let's see. Did I put him in my, maybe I put it in my watch later. I did. It was this one. Okay. We're going to take a look at one of the...
So I hate when I get this question.
I'm actually not familiar with this. And the only reason I came up with this idea of exploring it is because I was sick of seeing these videos in my recommendation, right? I was sick of seeing all the bullshit in my recommendation. You guys see my recommendation. It is a hot fucking mess, from Rockfeed to Cozy Games to anti-woke to woke. It is a hot mess. But I thought it would be interesting. So this creator name, and obviously don't send any hate. This creator's name is Jay the Concept. So we're going to take a look. His video is titled, "Are Gamers Sick of Female Leads?" And I think that's a pretty amped question. I like Snarky J too. She's adorable. That's like, okay. Can you imagine the backlash that I would get if I put up a video titled, "Are Gamers Sick of Playing as Men?" Right? Are gamers sick of playing as men? Like, obviously I could do it, but that's a stupid fucking question to say. Mess. Yes, you are. You are absolutely right. Is what Amber Heard left for Johnny Depp in his bed. Fucking facts. I love the Johnny Depp callbacks. But backlash, yeah, Tavia's right. Backlash would explode, right? Because that's to me, that's a silly question. I can immerse myself. Now, I will fully admit I love a good character creator. I think all of us do. I think character creators are fun in any stage. Like before Dragon's Dogma 2 came out, right? And I've talked about this game a little bit on the channel. They released just a character creator, and I had a lot of fun with that. Even going to some of the other games I play, right? Right now I'm playing Spirit Tea, and of course, it's a pixelated game, but I was still able to create my character. I don't, on a normal basis, sway away from a game just because it has a male lead. I feel like that would be a little sexist of me, right? I think we can all agree that if I judged a game and would not play, say, The Witcher 3, which is going to be my next game after Spirit Tea, I would be sexist for not playing because I didn't want to play as Geralt. I'm just saying. It would be weird. You're only arguing on one side and the video can't reply to your feedback. You should have had someone who disagree. I have been asking both you and Joseph to come on and talk about why you guys hate diversity, DEI, ABCDE, LMNOP, CRT. Hold on. Is there any more of those? WOKE. I have been asking you guys. So yes, I am only giving my opinion on this. But I'm just saying, I think Joseph's available on Fridays. Motherfuckers. Come on. Come on. All right, what do we got here? We got, let's take a look at the women we're showing here first. Okay. You did not, you just say you wanted us on. Isn't that the same thing? I want you guys on. Okay. I'm formally inviting you. Would you like an invitation with an envelope seal? I can make it pink and glittery, and it will have a little heart emoji. And it will be all perfect. You know what? I'll get a carrier. And what are those people that when you knock on the door, they sing for you? That would be cool. Okay, let's see the girls we're looking at here. Can someone define girl boss? I'm lost on this. It seems like many pick and choose. Wait, that sounds almost exactly like the word woke. That sounds almost exactly like the word Nazi, right? So, yeah, we're going to let the video describe what a girl boss is, but I want to we got Ghost of Yotai, not continuation, because there's a big time skip between Ghost of Tsushima and Yotai. I don't understand. I actually never expected this one particular to get any sort of backlash. When I feel like when a developer proves themselves, such as Naughty Dog, such as I cannot remember, such as CD Projekt Red, they get a little bit more leeway with certain type of gamers, right? But I guess this one was not okay. Then you've got GTA 6 chick. I don't remember her name. I don't even know if we know her name yet. It's going to be very Bonnie and Clyde, to my understanding, and we still don't have a trailer. That's disappointing. Well, a new trailer. We did get the one from before, and it looks fantastic. Like, saying that this woman is ugly is wild to me. We saw her dancing with the teeniest tiny string bikini on, right? I mean, okay, all right. Good morning, Dennis PC Gaming. It's about money, and they attack everything. Fucking facts, right? Lucia, thank you so much. Yes, she was Lucia. And I like I said, I think we're doing the Bonnie and Clyde thing. We're playing male and female. Not really that crazy. So then we've got Ciri, right? And this one still floors me, right? Because there's something very attractive about a beautiful, not even blonde, white-haired woman, right? I've not watched Game of Thrones, but I know what the girl looks like, and she is gorgeous. This, to me, I did expect backlash, but not really, just because how beautiful she looked, right? And then we've got, I think her name is Jordan, if I remember from the press release correctly, from Heretic Project, Intergalactic. Bald is not hot. I mean, I would bet money that you would fuck Jada. Okay, never mind. That's a really bad example in the last few years, isn't it? Yeah, Sinead O'Connor. Okay, that's not a great example either. Bald is not super hot. I don't think it's super hot, right? But I also don't believe that every character has to be super hot. I did not make a million videos saying that Baraka was ugly. I did not make a million videos saying Shao is not hot anymore. I don't think he ever was. But still, you get my point. And Pika is right on point again. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder or beer holder, depending on, how drunk you are. And most people have different beauty standards, for sure. But there's I want to say there's an objective side to beauty, because beauty can be measured in weird ways, right? You've got the measurements of the perfect face and stuff like that. But yes, beauty is 99.9% a subjective measure. And when I seen Ciri, I was like, whoa, holy crap. She looks incredible. But I guess I was alone in that. Not alone. Definitely not alone. I mean, there is a loud amount of gamers, I will say, or loud amount of people. I don't even know much about them that are talking about this. Buffy has flaws, though. She was vulnerable at times. Oh, Buffy is a really great example of a girl boss, right? I wasn't a Buffy person, so I'm going to use a little bit of a different example in media. What about the Charm Sisters, right? That's another good example. Oh, Cassandra Nova. I should have made, I missed an opportunity saying how that movie was woke because she was bald. Shit. Damn it. All right, let's see what this guy has to say.
Where people be like, I think your side is anti-women anyway. No, it's quite the contrary. I think y'all anti-women. Y'all don't even realize it because y'all push masculine women when I try to push.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Numbers in the chat if you think these are masculine women. If you think these are masculine women, put the number of which one. Because I would put no numbers. Not a single one of these women are masculine to me. I think there could be an argument to be had that Abby from The Last of Us is rather masculine, right? I don't think we can disagree with that. But these women, okay, yeah, 0 if you think none. There we go, perfect. These women, I don't think so. I think there could be an argument to be made even that Vi has a little bit of masculine qualities to her from Arcane. We have yet to see that from these women. At least yet. And you know what? I think the only person that is correct is James. James, there's a first for everything. Boy Meets World, the character. Oh, I remember Topanga. Oh my God. You want to know? Wait, Topanga was fucking gorgeous. What are you talking about? You want to hear a fun fact about Topanga that I love? So if you guys ever watched, Gina Carano is super masculine, but she dresses up really nice. She does look pretty good when she dresses up. So funny thing about Topanga. I did at a point look up to her as a beauty standard, right? I thought she was gorgeous. Topanga is a fucking juggalette. Yes, you heard me. Topanga is down with the clown. Aren't you guys so excited you know that now? Topanga rocks. I'm just saying. All 4 of them. No, you're not serious. You are not a serious person. I'm just saying. Girl, okay, so we're getting a little bit of a this is why I like doing this in this format, because we get different opinions and we can kind of formulate ideas from that. Girl bosses have no fault. Okay, so I'm assuming that's when Kick Knowledge Smith asked earlier, what is a girl boss? Girl boss is somebody that is without a female. Let's go with the definition of female without faults. The world bends to them. They don't bend to the world, right? I think that's a pretty good one.
Feminine women, how y'all should be. There should be no woman who get offended off of being feminine. Just like how I don't see any guy getting offended.
Yeah, I don't see the point of getting offended at feminine women. I know there are certain amount of really ridiculous, women that will get offended at the female figure, at being beautiful, at the idea of beauty and feminine. That is the most extreme of feminism. I see that really being dumb. Tristan is the leader of her own Juggalettes chapter. You know what? If Topanga had a Juggalettes chapter, I would be in the fan club. That girl was gorgeous, and she was awesome in that show.
When a guy praised him for being masculine. Where do we get this twisted?
Okay, that's said later in the video, so we'll get back to that.
The Game Awards. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was.
Calm.
And the game of the year is...
I like how he low-key called out other devs.
Astrobots.
Fuck you. There was a lot of people.
Bro's mad that Astrobot win. Like, I love it. Not that you're mad. I'm sorry you're upset. I know a lot of people were rooting for Wukong, but I love that it's brought back to this platformer, this fun, this game that I need so badly, but it's still so expensive. Same with Stellar Blade. Oh my God. Men are not 95% of gamers. I can't take you seriously. You are not a serious person. Like, I like you, cartoon and comics, but you are so utterly brainwashed. Please. I'm mean. I'm not trying to be mean. Hold on. I am not counting the cell phone gains. Get the fuck out of here. All right, I'm done being nice. Women are half of the gamers. Maybe a little bit less than half. Stop saying the same thing we saw in a video last week. You're literally just fucking repeating what Geeks and Gamers guy said that we listened to. We're not counting mobile games. Quit counting women out of the conversation, you utter fucking weirdo. I love you, cartoon and comics. I'm sorry. That was me trying to be nice.
People in that stream, Jesus Christ. I
just really have a hard time with stupidity, you guys. Stop being so fucking brainwashed. Why does this look like shit? It's because of me. It's not him. It's me.
People's in the stream until I look back on it. So I appreciate you guys for actually joining me and watching this fuckery going on. I'm not even gonna lie. There was some shit that actually made me excited during the Game Awards, but that's
fuck yeah. And I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm sorry, Jay the Concept. I am sorry. I'm gonna interrupt you a lot. I'm still really upset. I have two things to tell you. Still really upset about Dave the Diver being a DLC, but it's fine. I've come to terms with it. Also, remember that Catley game? I'm not sure if you guys remember, right? Now, this has come out in the last few days. And I will say I haven't done any research on it, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. I've only seen the controversy around it. That Catley game is supposedly just AI slop. And I will not support it. There is a really good video that kind of breaks down the stuff that's involved in it. And Moist Critical did it. And I'm really, really upset because I thought that looked like a lot of like take mushrooms and have fun with this game. I'm just saying. I'm gonna wait to see, but that's kind of what seems to be. And I would love to see I would give you $50 for fucking proof of this. I don't have $50, but I'd still do it. You're just making up statistics. Just because you make up statistics does not mean they're true. Please, even if you go into a lobby on Valorant and pretend like it's all dudes, right? Please, stop the cap. And you know what? Yeah, it's actually 100% humans who play video games. No, though there was one time that I was playing I don't remember if it was God of War or what it was. Doesn't matter. And Hush decided he would like to try. So I let him. Didn't work out in my favor, but I let him.
I want to talk about during this video. I've been seeing a lot of discourse going around this character to begin with. A lot of people are calling her Abby 2.0, and a lot of people are basically calling her the 4B movement that Neil Cuckman is trying to push into the next game.
All right, well, if you actually believe the 4B movement is a real thing by the majority of women, then you've already lost the plot, right? The 4B movement is like 17 chicks that thought they were funny, that thought they were actually going to do something. It's the dumbest fucking thing. And you're dumb for believing it. I'm deciding right now I'm not going to be nice. I'm actually not going to be nice. Because I can't take stupidity. So if I offend you, I'm sorry ahead of time.
Feeling spicy. You guys feel spicy? Because I do. All right.
Gross.
I don't know how to use this thing. Let's see what happens. Is this cutting off hair? I think I'm going to have to cut it shorter than that.
Is it coincidence that
What did she want? Tell me what she wanted from that. She wanted attention. That's it. That's it. That's all she wanted, and you gave it to her. She wanted to go viral. Quit pretending like this is a normal woman thing. Go out on the street and ask anybody what the 4B movement is, and nobody will know. Like, I had to Google it when I seen Entertainment Hacker make a video about it, because I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about.
the 4B movement happened as soon as Trump got into office, and then Neil Kuckman's next game is a bald chick shaving her hair.
Right. That totally makes sense, right? This was developed specifically November 5th when Trump got into office. They were like, let's show this. We're going to make this whole trailer and game in a month. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Let's take a look at this. I just want to show this, and I see Samuel in the chat. I just want to show this off a little bit. Okay? After the examination of total population surveyed by the 2023 Global Gamer Study, these are the key insights. Out of the total I was trying to zoom, but 72% of women play video games. Out of the total who say they play video games, 45% are women and 55% of men. Half of the players are payers. When asked if they consider themselves a gamer, 36% of women said they would, while 31% of women said other people would call them gamers. Right? Both women, oh my God. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, that's just not going to work. Both women and men who play games consider diversity in games important. 65% of men and 62% of women affirming that point. That's weird. Men consider diversity more important than women. Okay. That is actually shocking. 44% of female players only play mobile platforms. Now let's take a look at this one. According to, this might be the same thing. So women make up 46% as of April 2023. Let's say, I wonder which one is the more new one. It looks like they're about the same time period. So let's not pretend like it's a big, men only thing. Like maybe we can have a nuanced conversation to the reality of it. Right? We can have a nuanced conversation to the reality of it. Do they play different types of games? Not always, but sure. Of course. You guys know I love cozy games. I could literally listen to only cozy gamers and say only 80% are women make up 80% of the gamers. It's because you're stuck in your same bubble. Oh my God. You believe everything you read. I believe facts and evidence, not feelings. Just because you feel like there are more gamers that are men doesn't mean anything. Right? Right. I believe studies. Oh my God. Not you, jerk. Okay, well, you're a jerk too. God. Anyways, so yeah. Yes, I believe facts and evidence over feelings. Yes, for sure. because what should you believe? Yeah, probably facts and evidence. I'm saying. But yes, we can have the conversation that they may play. There's a crossover, but they may play different types of games. And again, I would say since Stardew released in 2016, there has been a massive explosion of the more cozy type games. But if I were to only go off that bubble that I'm in, or that I visit, I guess I should say, I would believe that most gamers are women. If I go into the other fandom that I'm in, which is fighting games, I would believe that most gamers are men. There has to be nuance in the conversation instead of just pretending like you know what you're talking about. But again, the internet is where nuance goes to die.
Here, probably in solidarity for abstinence. I wouldn't put it past Neil Druckmann though, because I'm not just saying this shit for no reason. Neil Druckmann has a history of being an active.
Yep, he created this game in a month. He hasn't been working on it for 4 years. He saw the 4B movement after Trump was elected and created a game. Are you fucking retarded? I need to get that word out of my vocabulary. I know I'm not supposed to say that. Are you fucking stupid?
This and not a game dev. He's a game dev, I would say third in activist.
I feel like, okay. I feel like if I could voice my opinions in a nicer perspective, I might do better with people that are a little bit more sensitive to being yelled at. I should probably work on that. And that is actually also something to mention. In the leaks, the reason she shaves her head is because she is wanted. She's trying to hide her identity. Huh. Wild. And that, again, if the leaks are true, I don't necessarily always believe leaks, especially this early. And I am curious about them, but I'm not going to take them with more than a grain of salt.
First, a lot of people know this shit when it comes to The Last of Us, with his beliefs, what he talks about, what he pushes, and the fact that he considers himself a major ally when it comes to the LGBTQ.
Oh my God, oh no! Fuck! You guys, he's an ally. He doesn't hate gay people. He doesn't hate gay people. Fuck, what are we gonna do? We can't ever look at The Last of Us or Uncharted the same. He doesn't hate gay people. I didn't know.
And just woke agenda shit in general though. But he's a fucking hack. There is a game that's causing a shitstorm when.
Okay, I really can't take this guy seriously. He's a hack. The Uncharted guy. Neil Druckmann is a hack. That guy, right? He's a hack. Have you ever played Uncharted? Have you ever played The Last of Us? I mean, you can look at even the older game. What is it? Jax. He's a hack. That guy. Oh, my bad. I didn't know. I thought I enjoyed those games. Thank you for letting me know that those are awful games. You see the photo of the guy behind Stellar Blade with Neil both happy and Neil praised Stellar Blade. Don't hold on, Robert. You better keep that in the reps because that goes against their agenda. Right? That goes against their agenda. Samuel is not a hack. But Samuel is right. Amy Hennig did have a lot to do with Naughty Dog. And Amy Hennig rocks.
And they got put last, like they were going to close out the house. I don't know what he was thinking when he was announcing what we gotta do. He's a Sony pony. Y'all used to call me that shit. Whatever, that's neither here nor there. This dude got introduced his game at the very end, like it was gonna just tear the house down.
And it did.
Because tonight is such a special show.
I don't care to watch your reaction.
I'm wasting my time right now.
This game has been getting memed to
Oh, that is pretty funny, though. That is pretty funny. Oh, the guys already have excuses for that picture. They claim Sony forced them to take that photo together and force the smiles. You're kidding. You're kidding. Okay, I have figured out the secret to being in an echo chamber and to being actual free thinker, right? Not like I'm a free thinker, I think everything's woke, free thinker. I mean actually thinking on your own, right? If you're in an echo chamber, if you're in this kind of cult-like mentality, even when real new evidence is produced, you're gonna come up with an excuse for it. Now, if you're not and you actually see the evidence, it might make you think otherwise. But if you're actually looking at new evidence that could change your perspective, but it only confirms your perspective because you have excuses for it, then you might be in an echo chamber. I'm just saying.
shit. I've never seen something so diabolical as this, and this lets you know how unlike you are as a developer. Because as soon as your trailer drop, these people are not going to give your game a chance at all. Especially what you did from The Last of Us 2. We already know your game is not a game; it's a statement. So that's
my god. All right, I'll say it again. I'll say it a million fucking times. The Last of Us 2 was 10 times better than The Last of Us 1. It's not really a hot take. Maybe it is for people that have nostalgia for The Last of Us 1. Both of them are in my top 5 games ever, right? But The Last of Us 2 improved upon, and Shimmer, we can't forget about Shimmer. The Last of Us 2 improved upon the mechanics so well. And then not only did it subvert your expectations to thinking this was a story about revenge and changing the entire story to not being about revenge, but being about forgiveness. It was a modern masterpiece, and it sold millions and millions of copies.
the reason why people are not going to take your shit at face value. I'm just going to be real with you. That's not what I'm making this video on. Because not only did this game drop, but The Witcher recently released a video because apparently The Witcher 4 is coming out. And as a Witcher fan, I can't help but be excited, but I'm worried at the same time because of what's happening with CD Projekt Red. So what I'm going to segue this back.
Why, what's happening with CD Projekt Red? Did I miss something? The launch of Cyberpunk was absolute dog shit, but now that's on a lot of the people's top games of the year. I mean, decade. I guess I should say it's quite an old game right now. Are you mad because we made funny things? Like Steph sending me a picture of her girl penis that she made on there? Did I see your question above? No. Honest question. Okay. Let's see what it is. So these guys basically either saying ladies, power fannies, did I say panties? I don't know what I just said there. I apologize. Ladies, power fantasies are to be men's desires, or ladies' power fantasies don't matter to these guys. I think it's the latter. I think it's the ladies' power fantasies don't matter, right? And I don't think, I mean, ladies' power fantasies to be men's desire is definitely a real thing, but I think it's a mix of both. I think that's fair to say.
Is a question that I'm going to ask you guys in general, because tell you the truth, the trailer didn't look bad to me. Ciri's attractiveness is questionable. Let's just keep it a buck, because I'm an artist. But Geralt did look different during the CGI trailer during his version compared to how he looks in game. So it could be different. Who knows?
Oh, that looks fine. I mean, I would argue that this looks much worse.
This is just a CGI trailer. But to tell you the truth, I'm going to wait until the gameplay, but I'm not going to put it past CD Projekt Red going completely the other side, maxed off because of what they preach now. We got people saying, let's be honest, CD Projekt Red literally just made Ciri ugly on purpose. It was out of spite from their DEI hires being exposed. And you know what? I can't blame people for thinking this stuff because
That I know beauty is subjective. But I might call you gay if you think she's ugly. I'm just saying. Like, and there's nothing wrong with being gay. But if you don't think she's hot, I'm going to question your standards in beauty. You probably have terrible taste in women. Terrible taste in women. Good morning, Lizardology. And she grew up. She's literally 20 years older here. And that's obvious.
Because of what they are right now. And this just proves it right here because I already knew this was going on. She works at CD Projekt Red now. Sweet Baby Ink
Oh my
Defender
God.
who says
why do they all use the same person? This is funny. We've been watching a little bit more of these lately, right? We've been watching a little bit more. And I have noticed a pattern, right? Everybody uses the same articles from the same hack from bounding into Christianity. It's John F. Trent. It is this guy that is a fucking joke. Holy shit. Master Swag, I'll be sending you an email today to have you on the show. Okay, I will look out for it. I appreciate it. Which is actually hilarious because this guy would literally go to, I don't even think he owns Bounding anymore, right? I think we figured that out a little bit ago, but he would literally, like, his titles on his headlines would be like, woman who thinks she's a man does this, right? Like, absolute trash. Absolute trash.
every lever must be pulled to push LGBTQ plus agenda, announces she's joined CD Projekt Red. When you got this type of shit going on and people joining this company, a company that I love, The Witcher is one of my favorite fantasy worlds to ever exist. So I got a soft spot for that game in general. I even watched the show, even though it started to veer off to a completely different direction, and I completely stopped watching it right after I figured out what Henry Cavill was going through on set, because he was trying to keep it.
Does this woman have so much power? She's taking over the whole thing. Okay, I did not know that. I did not know that. I didn't realize she wrote the whole story of The Witcher 4.
So with us
apparently,
knowing about this entire thing going on, I want to ask you guys.
She's not allowed to have her opinions. Only if they agree with him, right? Okay.
Do y'all think people are mad at female characters in general? Now, to tell you the truth, that's a disingenuous question. A lot of people in the discourse I'm paying attention to on X and on YouTube and on everything like that, everything after the Game Awards, because of how people's reception is on the blatant bait and switch that they're doing with changing male characters, male-dominated games in a male-dominated space into all female main leads.
Oh, right. We're doing that male-dominated thing again. Robert said, by the way, he's talking about how CD Projekt Red did a hiring process that supposedly claim it's not hiring on merit but on diversity, but from what I heard, it's not that black and white. Right. That's how all these things are. It's not that black and white. It's never that black and white.
Is an obvious thing right now. It's the same thing that's happening in Disney, to where they're trying to change every character they possibly can, or that they, that they're allowed to do.
You know what? I think I don't think he meant to make the point, but he does have a point there. I do think that a lot of this kind of reactionary, what do I want to say? This kind of like, oh my God, everything's woke atmosphere is in large part to blame on Disney for doing a lot of these weird changes that people were confused by. Whether it was in Doctor Strange, or if it was the Eternals, right? I do think that is a lot of what, because people automatically assume, oh, this is going to be bad, right? When there, again, is no nuance. I do think that is a bit of the issue, but
Change them black. or diversified or something like that. It's a clear agenda going on. It keeps on coming down to this basic conversational.
Can you explain what the agenda is, though? Because once you explain what the agenda is, you're going to sound crazy, right? So if I can gather what he's saying, the clear agenda, again, I don't want to put words in his mouth. I'm just gathering from the video. The clear agenda is they want black people on screen and they don't hate gay people. Unless I'm misreading that, I don't know how you could argue that that's a bad thing, right? I don't understand how you could argue that.
To where these people who are disingenuous are asking this question: do people like female leads in games? And the question is, yes, they do. It's how it's done. And to tell you the truth, people don't like forced propaganda. That's what.
Do you know what propaganda is? Do you have any idea what propaganda is? Right? Because obviously, I don't think so. Women existing is not propaganda. Women being in games is not propaganda. Like, the Heretic Project is a brand new IP. She's not replacing some dude. So where's the propaganda? Oh, wait, I know. It's because she's not super duper sexy. And I would argue that she is pretty. Like, that was the first thing I said when we were reacting to the trailer. Like, I was like, we can all agree she's hot, right? That was the first thing I said. Now, where else is the propaganda? I don't know. Maybe it'll explain.
What it is. This right here is not female leads. Let me put it like this. This is not female leads because the developers want a female lead, because they,
How
like
do
they
you
were
know?
right for.
Where's the proof? I would love, again, to see the proof. How do you know that they just didn't want... Oh, wait, you're assuming. And you know what that does? What's that old saying? It makes an ass out of you and me. But still, how do you know that it is just... What? Hush, are you okay? You got the sneezes. Okay. Where the fuck are you coming up with this? Has somebody come out from the company and been like, you know what? We really didn't want to make a game with a girl, but we were forced. Sony ponies made us.
The story because they were X, Y, and Z. I could say that with Ciri. Ciri is probably the only exception because
Wait. Ciri's the only exception? Ciri would be the exception to the rule because she's taking over for a man. The Heretic Project is brand new. That is a brand new IP. Ghost of Yote is a time skip, not taking over for the main character. It is a different character in a different period of time. Your bias is showing, buddy. And your hypocrisy is also a little bit wearing on your sleeve there.
Witcher 3 ended, like if you know about the lore with The Witcher, the whole story is about Ciri. It's just told through Geralt's perspective. So to tell you the truth, Ciri to me is a good fit, but they changed her to be a Witcher within the lore. Women aren't supposed to be Witchers. It's the same as Custodes when it comes to Warhammer 40K. There are no female Custodes. It has never been that way in the lore. So for them to make Ciri to be a Witcher, I'm kind of questioning that because they're trying to change the lore to fit the importance of our character. You don't even have to do that. Ciri was important with or without her being a Witcher. You didn't even have to do the story like that. But they did it that way because of the agenda.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Oh my God. That is actually really funny. A little insert there. But what is the agenda? That women exist? I don't understand what the agenda... Yeah, the end of Tevia, and I'm not going into spoilers, had 36 different endings, right? So let's not pretend like it was just one definitive end. But the agenda is that women can compete on the same level of men. Is that what he's saying? Because he's saying anything you can do, I can do better. I can do anything better than you, right? So let's dissect that a little bit. Women can compete on the same level as men, right? Explain to me how that is wrong and why that is bad. Why is it bad that women are on the same level as you? So kind of what you're saying is that they shouldn't be. They need to be knocked down a peg. Excuse the feminist in me, but women can do things better than you. That is why it is a yin and yang relationship, right? Between the male and the female gender. Women exceed in some things. Men exceed in some things. It is not a, you are not on the same level as me. It is, we all excel in different ways, right? So the agenda is women need knocked down a peg. Okay, my bad.
I can do anything better than you.
It has nothing to do with them being pro-women. They are not pro-women. These people who do this type of shit right here, they're not pro-women.
You are not pro-women. And again, I hate to put words in your mouth when you're not here to defend yourself, but saying that women cannot be on the same level is wild.
They're anti-us. That's the reason why they're doing this shit. So I hate when people be asking this question and doing this petty shit right here.
I seen this yesterday, I think, on the next person's video we're gonna watch. I think it's very, very cute. Like, whoever that artist is, I wish I was a quarter of good as this person, because that is adorable. I love them. Like, obviously they were trying to stoke a reaction, but the art by itself is absolutely gorgeous.
But this is just, look, this whole incel tier shit, this.
Wait, you just clarified what? Hold on. Here's something to clarify. They're specifically said, they have not had a female Witcher, but not that it is impossible for it specifically to be said. They have just had 0 success so far, but it could happen. Okay. Thank you for the clarification on the tourist. No, I really do believe he's a Witcher fan, right? I don't doubt any of that. I don't doubt any of his interest in these properties. I doubt his intentions behind this video, and I doubt his respect for females in general, but I don't doubt his fandom.
This is corny. This is corny as fuck and it's disingenuous. These are people who do not care about having
It is corny as fuck, but it's gorgeous. The art is adorable. And I love, old comic skaters will remember this, I love that they have like a milkshake. It's so good. Do you guys remember Heather Antos and her milkshake thing? It is the cherry on top that they have a milkshake. It is perfect.
conversation or even trying to understand why people are saying the obvious things that's going on, because this shit is obvious by now. I don't know how many times you can see something happen. How many times can you see somebody getting punched in the face for you to realize that, oh shit, that person is getting hurt? How do you?
Right. That's actually a really good point. Oh, I didn't realize I was blocking him. I apologize. I don't know how to move this. Maybe if I do. I'm using StreamYard, not OBS. I don't know, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to block you the whole video. But even so, he is making a good point. How many times can it be proven that get woke, go broke is a lie and not realize that you're wrong? And you keep pushing that agenda, right? Let's not pretend. You keep speaking on others' agendas. Let's not pretend like you don't have one of your own. We all have our own agenda, right? Mine, for the most part, is to yell at stupid people when I do stuff like this or have fun playing games. Introduce you guys to super fun games like Infinity Nikki, but everybody would hate me. That's where you guys all say, we wouldn't hate you. We love that game. It looks so fun. You should play the Elden Ring on Zoloft game. Okay? I told you guys your lines.
You not know this as a human being. You just are a person. Let me put it like this. Like, you're a person that's on this side. You are literally playing a team and you are not an honest person.
Oh my God. If you are on the side of the anti-woke, you are playing... I gotta put my glasses back on. They're broken. I'm trying to keep them on my face. I took them off when I get mad. You are on a team. You belong to a fucking team. You are the exact same as them. You can't be that fucking stupid. You can't be that fucking blind. You can't be. It's gotta be. He's not that stupid, right, guys? I just wish games would stop this Star-Lord shit. What do you mean, Gary? Like the quirky dude? I'm thinking Star-Lord, Guardians type stuff. Or are you talking like space game, right? I'm not sure exactly what you mean there. No, I haven't tried electrical tape. I tried super glue and it fell off immediately. Like, once it was dry, it fell off immediately. Fucking ridiculous. But maybe he is that stupid. Like, not only do you play for a team, you play for the biggest team online. There has been at least, I don't know, 100 videos on YouTube that say the exact same thing this guy is saying. There has been probably even more than that. Robert was sending me a bunch, and I've gotten a bunch through my email of tweets. Like, you are not only on a team sport, you are the conforming motherfucker in a team sport. You are on the biggest team online. You have said what thousands of others said. You have no unique thought, just like comics and cartoon and comics earlier. Literally said word for word what they said in the Geeks and Gamers video we watched last week, right? Get new frames, put your lenses in. That's a great idea. Except for it's Christmas time. So eventually.
Person at all. If you just believe that fragile masculinity, whatever the fuck you're doing, and this is art created by this woke ass artist, 100% incel tears, and this is the person from Intergalactic, and this is Ciri. Nobody has a problem with female characters. It's how it's done.
Then why do you get mad every time you see a female character? Every single fucking time. And you said how it's done. You have no idea, none whatsoever, how these characters are done. We have gotten one CGI trailer for both of them, and yet you're crying like a little fucking beta bitch. Just saying. Okay. They're all trying. Okay. There's always that one. Okay. That's exactly what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Gary said, he said about the Star-Lord thing. They're all trying to have that one character with a leather jacket there in space. They have an attitude and love old music. To be fair, it did fucking rock in all of the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, right? It's kind of like, I would compare it to the Harley Quinn effect, right? Where Harley Quinn really works. And she worked so well in the Batman animated series. She became, the fourth pillar of DC Comics, maybe even more popular than Wonder Woman herself. And then you got spinoff of LOL, I'm so random and quirky girl, right? Star-Lord did have that kind of same effect. I totally agree. I see it a lot. That's actually pretty funny. That's a good point, Gary. All right, I think we better switch over because I've been railing on the anti-woke idiot here, right? Who Comment section literally all says the same thing. Oh, I did write this. I forgot I wrote this. Okay, guys, I forgot. I have a new favorite thing. Okay? Do you want to hear my new favorite thing? And it's just me being a troll. I can't help it. That's how I was born. I am a troll. Deal with it. I like pissing people off. No, I don't like pissing people off. I like discourse. I like pointing out obvious facts, right? This is my new favorite thing to anybody that talks about these videos. I don't actually watch the videos. I click in and I leave a comment. I don't care if it helps with their algorithm. I find it funny, right? My new favorite thing is Concord did do it. You're right, Gary. Pointing out to everybody that Suicide Squad sold not only better, but much better than Stellar Blade, right? And there are reasons behind this. We talked the other day. And I have nothing against Stellar Blade. I just find it very funny because that's the one monochrome of thing they want to talk about is good. Stellar Blade, big boobies, big boobies. Anyways, did you guys see the new holiday DLC? It looks incredible. She looks so pretty. But it is my new favorite thing. Let's see what he said back. Stellar Blade is on, and that's exactly the reason. Stellar Blade is on PlayStation only. Yes. Doesn't mean it wasn't a failure in your eyes. If Suicide Squad is a failure, then so is Stellar Blade. But it is. It makes me giggle, and I'm going to do it, and you can't stop me because I find it funny. Okay, let's take a look at the woke side of things. Wow, the cope. No, it's not a cope. It is true. It was a PlayStation exclusive. But it's funny because it sold the... These are all my playlists? Okay. It sold... So this was one, but this was about a game I didn't know. Where's this one? Right here. I like Eric channel. For the most part. I like his other channel better, but this one works. We needed a wokey. Wait, I just realized something. These guys claim there are hardly any they claim there are hardly any women in video games. And yet they are speaking on behalf of what gamers would want. Right, he specifically said that you were sexist. If you were sexist, if you if you liked those women, right? Women that actually look like real women, not like, because you're going to meet somebody out there that looks like the girl from Intergalactic, if you're lucky, because she is a model, right? You're never going to meet a person that, very unlikely. They exist, but it's very unlikely you're going to meet somebody that looks like Eve from Stellar Blade. Again, I want to play this game. Stellar Blade. I want to. I have nothing against the game, but I can also realize the nuance in the conversation. Who is this guy? This is Eric Debunks. This is his side channel where he talks about the anti-woke fandom. He does have a main channel. One thing I like about this channel, channels like Xander Hall, channels like, I guess I could put the Amazing Lucas in there also, is I like seeing both sides of the conversation, even if I disagree with you a lot. And I disagree with everyone a lot. I like knowing what people think because I don't want to ever base my opinion on, or I don't ever want to base our conversations that we have here, right? On, oh my God, the woke side of the internet hates something, so it's gonna fail, right? You'll see a lot of the people claiming, oh my God, Naughty Dog is dead, it's gonna fail. I think even Asmund Gold went and said that shit. Really? Very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. And then they'll look at stuff like Concord, right? which was a terrible idea. It should have been a free-to-play game. Terrible mechanics. $40 if you wanted to play for your friends. That failed, and they'll say it failed because it was woke. Yeah, it failed because it was a terrible idea, and it was fucking ugly. The character designs were terrible, and they had a Star-Lord character, right? They were terrible. Okay, what is going on? They're not the biggest. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, guys. I think I just like yelling at people. So let's yell at Eric DeBunks.
An opinion, and they need you to hear it to the point where they feel entitled to comment sections of videos that aren't even theirs.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I've seen. Right? If a channel turns off comments, I have done that on my channel one time, by the way. I have done that one time, by the way. If a channel turns off comment sections, people complain. What? That is just like my channel is the garden I have cultivated, which I feel like is where all the people with a little bit, like, I'm gonna be biased here. It's where all the cool guys hang out. I'm not gonna lie. It's all the cool guys. But it's also people with a little bit more than 2 brain cells to rub together and believe in nuance. Hang out. We're the cool kids. But that if I didn't want somebody in here, right, I would be allowed to boot them because this is my channel. If I didn't want comments on this video right now, that'll, you know, process and go up later, and it'll be available for replay. I could turn that off. I don't really have a reason to. The one time I did, I had a reason to because I had been previously doxxed, right? So if they have a reason to turn off comments, that's up to them. That's their channel. James, you are super cool. We're not even joking here. No jokes. James is awesome. But I don't think it never bothers me if they turn off comment section. I'm just like, oh, okay. The only thing that bothers me is I want to look at the dumbasses, right? I do find it funny to look at just the ridiculous amount of, you know, copycat comments that you see, right? I'm a free thinker, except for I think like everybody else. I find it funny, so I don't care. But it's a thing people complain about.
The entitlement.
Hooded said, "You like being a dick. I smell my own." LMAO. Okay. I don't actually like being a dick. I agreed, Michael. Agreed. That's why I'm trying to show both sides, right? Remember, Michael, you're in the cool kids club. Don't put K's on front of that. Don't do the Mortal Kombat thing. It won't end well. I don't like being a dick. I'm just naturally that way. And I'm not actually, I am a dick to stupid people, but I joke around with you guys. That's just how I am. But that's actually pretty fucking hilarious. They turned off comments. Reese, we can always rely on you. I hope you know that. Because they knew what they were going to be. Yeah. Sony left theirs on and it got all funny. Ooh, we might have to look. We might have to look at everybody saying the same Jada Pinkett Smith joke over and over again. Of course they knew what it was going to be and they didn't want to deal with it. I don't see a problem with that. At all. I don't give a fuck.
Well, in case you guys didn't see it,
as a creator, I know
sure
I can do the same thing.
Naughty Dog released a trailer for their upcoming project, Intergalactic, and it's like an 80s coded sci-fi adventure. It's got tons of stuff that just looks really solid. Before I talk about this, let me just give you guys my opinions on this. I think it looks really cool. It's aliens, Ripley coded with our lead character.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of like 80s nostalgia, it had a ton of stuff.
See, I did not get, when we had previously talked about this game, and it has nothing to do with the video, I just want to mention this. I did not understand that they were going. So 80s was a big time for overspending and brand recognition and stuff like that. I did not get that Porsche. Again, I don't remember the 80s, right? Because I was born way later. You guys believe that, right? Okay, just checking. I did not understand that it was supposed to be in that vein of America sensationalism. I was like, what's with the brand things, right? I didn't understand that. But now I do, I guess.
It had Porsche on it. You had the Walkmans with CD players, Pet Shop Boys. If you were a fan of Run DMC like I was when you were growing up, you got the Adidas in there, the leather jacket, just everything looked really fun. So all of the outrage over this game feels so extremely forced. It is embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. We're going to look at some of the worst.
And I really like that you say this. If they want this to stop, vote with their wallets, and companies will stop. Obviously, they aren't going broke. That, I think, is a very good point to make. Now, we have seen some issues with, again, everybody's go-to 2 games, right? Dustborn, we are the Dustborn, and Concord. Again, Dustborn was just mid as fuck. And Concord was another looter shooter that you had to pay for. That should have been, I just explained all this. Vote with your wallet. I think that's a very, very smart way. But this has been going on so long that at some point you have to realize not really the majority of gamers are this kind of toxic, women are below us people, right? They're just normal people. They're your coworker. They're that random accountant. They don't give a fuck if she has a shaved head because they grew up with Ripley or G.I. Jane. They don't care. Shut the fuck up, James. He said Dustborn gave my life new meaning. It did. It did. Was it because I played that song so good for you? Weird flex, Raymond, but okay. I'm just saying. This is what Samuel sent. I'm not sure the point you're trying to make here. You're trying to make the point that Amy Hennig does women better. But I would argue all of these literally, okay, well, that's Uncharted, but these 4 are, this girl is gorgeous in game. This is just a bad picture. Mel sucks. She was supposed to suck. Abby sucks. She was supposed to suck, but I did like her by the end. Like, you're taking very old games of people that aren't even human and comparing them with human women. I get it, what you're trying to say, but it's not working out how you like. No, it is a good picture, though. I like Amy Hennig. There we go.
Takes today when it comes to this. But here we have Colt Eastwood.
Why didn't we watch that in regular?
Oh, we're not watching
it.
I've never heard of this person, but I saw this and this.
I thought I
just
had it
made
at regular
me
speed.
laugh
No, I had it at 1.25.
out loud. Like literally. Naughty Dog has disabled comments on the new Intergalactic game trailer. Why? So there's only 2 things
you know why. Gary says the name is terrible, though. I'm not gonna lie. I know. I complained about that too, and I thought I was being picky. I'm glad you said that, actually, because Interstellar, right? Or Intergalactic. Well, wrong. That's a movie. Is a cool name. The Heretic project by itself is a cool name. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thought that name was dumb, because it feels like they don't go together. Whereas the Intergalactic fit what we saw, right? The Heretic Project is probably what the code name is for, because she's changing her identity and trying to look like a different person. It's probably that. But I felt like that was more of a horror name, if that makes sense. Because whenever I think of Heretic, I think of Slipknot. If you're 555, then I'm 666. What's it like to be a heretic, right? So I thought a little bit more on that lines, but that could have been my brain. Not gonna lie, I did laugh my fucking ass off when someone called it space. I don't know if is that a derogatory word? I feel like I'm not allowed to say that word. Or I feel like I probably should skip that word, because that name's better. We don't actually know her sexuality yet, do we? Also, Joseph, I severely yelled at Reese earlier. You guys are supposed to come on for a DEI woman. So come on, figure out a time, jerks. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I don't remember. I complete. What's the Heretic Project? Sounds bitchin', right? Okay, the Heretic Project sounds cool. But does it sound like an inner fucking galactic space adventure? Does it? No. I love this. I did see this. So, Samuel, who's always great with information, I appreciate you. The game takes inspiration from Akira and Cowboy Bebop. I like Cowboy Bebop. I didn't like the adaptation. I got 3 solid episodes in before I gave up, so I feel like I gave it the old try. It takes place in an alternate universe where space travel has significantly advanced by 1986. Let's fucking see. That sounds fucking cool. That sounds awesome. I mean, you could definitely tell I think you could tell the Cowboy Bebop vibes. They had the old anime, like I could see it.
You can take from this. Being disingenuous on Twitter.
Wait, am I
for
stupid?
social media engagement?
Isn't heretics in space something real? I don't know. Let's Google it. Are heretics in space something real? Oh, okay, so my bias, my Slipknot bias is showing here. Joseph may be onto something. Why do space marines use terms like heretic when most of them do not follow the... Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, it's... Okay, there's something with Warhammer? I don't know. Maybe it'll have Warhammer influence? I don't know. I literally offered to come on today and speak on your girl. Oh, I didn't even see it. My bad. I want to do a whole stream, though. It's... Joseph, both of you guys, talk right now. Figure out a time. What about Friday? Come on now.
Farming to make a little bit of that sweet money because you got a blue check mark. 8 million impressions on this as of me recording this video. But you know why.
Do people actually make... Okay, I got to ask if anyone knows. So don't... Wait, it's Heretic Prophet? I thought it was Project. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I've been reading it wrong the whole time. The Heretic Prophet is certainly a clue that religion was involved. Maybe something like the Seraphites, right? Maybe something along those lines. I can't. I'm here for it, but I'm also a Naughty Dog shill, so there's that. Okay, hold on. I was asking something. And I don't remember. Of course you didn't see it. It only sat there for 2 minutes. Okay, to be fair. Hold on, I'll show you. Hold on. When I... how do I do this? Entire screen. Okay, I'll have to reshare. When this is the screen I'm on where I see my chat. And when I flip over to this screen, you can see on screen, I don't see the chat right away. And I've got my phone charging next to me. So I do have my phone close to check the chat, which I do. I just must have not at that point. So I just wanted to show you what I meant. Let's see what he's got to say.
The flip side of that is you're stupid. And you
oh,
really
wait, that's what I was doing. Oh, my God, you guys. Does anybody, like he said about making money on Twitter, is that I don't feel like that's a big thing. So I kind of call in, again, I'm not on Twitter, so I don't know, but I kind of call bullshit on that because I know people make money on there, but I don't feel like it's any substantial amount unless you're getting so much.
Which, I mean, I've seen people with stupidity fall into success before. So not a big surprise. But I believe you do know, because you guys know for sure 100% what these comments were. They were racist, sexist, misogynistic, queerphobic stuff. Like all of that was in the comment section.
Like, let's not pretend like it's otherwise, for sure, right? But again, I'm a big boy. Don't care. I just find it funny. Yes, Joseph. I could email. I need permission from both of you, though. Can I email you both at the same time, or do you want me to email you separately?
And Naughty Dog doesn't owe you their comment section. They don't owe it to you. They don't have to like allow you to do that. You guys can run back to Twitter where Elon coddles you and makes you feel validated so you can get your social media engagement over there, which is what a lot of you guys have done. As we go through these, you're going to see that a lot of these comments were made on Twitter because Twitter allows hate comments.
For sure.
They allow people to be hateful and stupid and outrage farm in the open. One of the things I've noticed about Twitter and the way it works now is that these guys there's no shame at all in what they're doing because they don't care. Elon allows them to do this to make money.
I am not full of it. I am asking you both if I can send you both an email at the same time where I can do a blind carbon copy so you can't see each other's email. I just want to make sure that's okay.
And it fucks up our fandom. That's the reality of it. Let's look at some of these takes. I posted a lot of these in my community tab because I was just baffled by this, but
of course it's Grums. Of course it's Grums. Because why not? Because that guy is one of the biggest grifters online. And I feel like he probably does have enough like views or whatever it's called on Twitter, impressions, to make money, while also screwing over his people that have supported him and not create the game that he was supposed to. I watched a really good video the other day about that. And I guess this goes back years where he crowdfunded a game like 6 or 7 years ago. I feel like they said 2017, but I could be wrong. And asked for money multiple times, while the project that he released as kind of a, hey, check this out, was absolutely dog shit. Dog shit. So as far as the leaks go, and again, take them with a grain of salt, the Semperian religion, founded by the Heretic prophet, stated generations upon generations would suffer until the Messiah arrived to lead the Semperians to their ancestral home, where they would reclaim the land and purge its inhabitants. Oof. Sounds a little like Gaza. Okay, I'm gonna let that one go. I'm not gonna say no more. When do you want to go do comic talk? I don't know. We got to do something for Christmas. I'll figure it out and I'll email you after. Joe already has it? Okay. That works. That's perfect.
I want to give you guys my actual thoughts on them as we go through these. So this one was from Grums, and I posted, these annoying gnats are just miserable 24/7. It must suck to force themselves to hate everything out of spite. And I still stand by that. This feels like forced outrage. Grums says,
of course it's forced outrage. Of course it is. Because when you add a monetary incentive and get mad at everything, no matter who's seeing your video, no matter who's seeing this tweet right here, no matter who, you're still making money off of that. When you add that monetary incentive and you start with hate, you have to continue with hate, because when you praise something, it doesn't usually go the way you'd like. We've had multiple examples of that, right? Grums, even yesterday, Robert said he completely admitted that he's never played Black Myth Wukong, but praised it for months. You add the monetary incentive and you lose the fandom at large. That's why I really enjoy interacting with people that don't. I'm not saying they don't have that monetary incentive, because some people have channels, but that don't necessarily do this like culture war-y bullshit, except for Reese. We all love Reese.
The Naughty Dog choice of protagonist is just so damn predictable.
Yes,
Intergalactic,
Tavia,
the Heretic
absolutely.
Prophet,
It's a
announced.
money incentive.
What's predictable about this?
But also at the same time, so is what anybody that creates content online should get paid for it, right? I think that's fair. Even right now, we're looking at somebody that has a monetary incentive to be the opposite of these people. Now, obviously, I'm not going to both sides it and say Grums is the same as Eric, because Grums isn't, I mean, Eric isn't scamming people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, but he also does have a monetary incentive too, and there's nothing wrong with that. Christmas panel stream. Ooh, that sounds fun. What do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to do like let me look at the calendar real quick. I love how we go from dunking on these people to like, ooh, let's do this together. Let's see, that's what I love. Maybe instead of doing like a normal Jackbox, we could do, because I've got StreamYard right now allows up to 10 people. We could do like the best Christmas movies or our favorite Christmas memories or something fun like that. Just something fun and upbeat instead of dealing with all this shit. That sounds fucking awesome. And also, if you don't agree that Elf is the best Christmas movie, you're wrong. Just factually wrong, guys. I think that sounds... No, I don't mean on Christmas. Wait, I don't mean on Christmas. I mean this weekend. Oh my God, you work on Christmas? I feel so sorry for you. That sucks ass. I'm so sorry to hear that. Did you not... Okay, wait. Did you not know if it was not for Grum's Stellar Blade would not be as successful if it were not for him and his petition? Wait, hold on. I refuse to believe that. I think he thinks that, right? But I don't believe that, because what Grums wanted from Stellar Blade was to go against what the artist wanted, right? There was, and again, I privated my video. When I did a video about it, I had incorrect information. I made sure to correct it and get rid of it. Stellar Blade was never censored like he claims it was, but he latched onto that talking point and made people believe it and railed against what the artist wanted. It's wild to me. You guys are all wrong. It's Elf. It's Elf.
What's predictable about it? You mean the little bubble that you guys live in where you're like, oh, woman of color acting badass must be upset, must be angry. It's like this caveman telepathy with you guys. It really is. It truly is a thing of wonder, in my opinion. I thought this one was rather funny from Robert Storms. If you don't remember Robert Storms, this is somebody who went viral for being mad about
this guy.
Parasite.
This guy, he was actually on Philip DeFranco, and I would say that's an honor. He went, I didn't know he was even still around. He went viral for saying Parasite should not have won one of the best pictures of the years. I don't know if you guys remember Parasite. It was a couple of years back. I do remember him, though. Can we have games with females that look like females? I literally see tits in this picture. Her face is extremely feminine. She is not even a muscle mommy, right? She's fit, but she's not a muscle mommy. So it's the head thing, right? It's the head thing. Well, it looks like, at least if there's any truth to those leaks, that it is because she is trying to hide who she is. Itty bitty titties, you are right, but I do see titties. Do you think, nah, I think her boobs are too big. I was going to say, do you think she could use Band-Aids as a bra? But I do think she's got like a solid cup, B cup, right? I'm trying to like hand feel. Yeah, air feel. Solid B cup. Now, if she had an A cup, she might be able to get away with some Band-Aids. But I don't think the Band-Aids are going to work.
Movie that he had never seen, not understanding why it was well received and why it won awards. So he just made an ass of himself doing that, in case you forgot. But he says here, can we just have games with females that look like females? A couple of things about this. Number one, they're video game characters. They don't actually have physical bodies, okay? They're just a bunch of pieces of information put together to make an image.
That's
not
irrelevant.
They're not real.
That's irrelevant. They're not real, right? So they can look however the creator wants them to look, whether they are Eve or Jordan in this case.
The same way comic books and cartoons are not physical beings. So right away you're telling me that
I really want to be fair and rare. Guys, speaking is hard. I do want to be fair and yell at him as much as I yelled at the other guy, but he's not wrong. That's the problem. He's not being fucking stupid. I'm going to donate you some glasses. You know, when I have my headphones on, they actually stay on my face. So it works. I just have to walk around with headphones all fucking day.
You care about is how they look, not about nothing else about them. Their personalities, the acting behind these characters, nothing. You just want them to look a certain way.
Right.
But these are also the same people that in general would argue that someone like a trans woman can't be a woman because even if they look like a woman, they're not physically a woman. But then someone who was assigned female at birth,
Didn't we just
was
go through
born
this with the Olympics?
with female reproductive organs,
right,
is on screen. If they don't present like these guys want, they're still not woman enough for them. So they don't seem to understand. What
I don't think, and again, I want to yell at this guy, but he's not wrong so far. What I would like to see more of, and I don't think she looks like a dom. She would totally step on your dick with the highest of heels and make you call her daddy. That's the vibe she's giving off, right? That women all look different. I wish we could get to a point where we realize that. And that is not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing whatsoever. There are a sense of realism in game, not a sense, graphics. Realism in games right now, like we have never seen before. And the scary part is right now is the worst it's ever going to be. It's only going to get better from now. So what we're seeing right now, from the screen I'm on, it looks like it could be a photo of a real woman staring in the mirror. If that is not your thing and you want something like Eve, that's okay too. Women are allowed, just like men, I want to repeat this, just like men, to be different in games. But we have problems when it comes to something I've railed against, right? Mortal Kombat. All the same, very, maybe Katana, save for Katana, very similar body style. There's no body diversity there, right? There's body diversity in the men for sure. But when it came to the women, they forgot about that. I would almost argue that is sexist in of itself. I think an argument could be made. I wouldn't necessarily say it, but you know what? It's a little sexist. I'm just saying. But shut up. That went over my head. Oh my God. I thought you meant like a dominatrix. What the fuck? Ah! No hush, I'm fine. No Dominic from Fast and the Furious. What the fuck was your mind going to? My answer was better. Damn it. I was a little off there. My bad. Oh, that's fucking funny. But am I wrong? I'm not wrong. But I think just like we have diversity in men, body diversity, I'm specifically talking about, whether it's Fat Thor in the new God of War, or it's something like Baraka, right? Or if it's a skinny character like Kenshi. Again, I know I'm using all Mortal Kombat references. You guys know why. We have that body diversity. And that's pretty well accepted. It's pretty well accepted that men can have body diversity. I think there was some pushback with Fat Thor. And he's not really fat. Dead bod Thor. Whatever you want to say. He was just a bigger guy because it was cool looking. Like, he was a badass. If anyone says anything different, you're wrong. It's fine. Loki was the coolest character. But Thor was pretty badass in his own right. But I feel like it's more accepted for men. With women, if it is not fucking perfection, you get this. And I don't know how you get past something like that, because if you pander and make only Eve type characters, then what's the point? You're not going to want to pander to somebody. I don't know, but these guys want pandered to. Is my point above wrong? I don't know. Early video game devs were a majority of straight white men. Now it's more diverse and want to include other viewpoints. Anti-SJWs want things to go back to the good old days. I do think there is a lot of truth to that. And I do also think that this weird cope we've seen quite a few times now. Oh, it's 80% men that play video games. It's a cope. It's a cope, right? No, it's not. Women are playing more games now than ever. And you have to include that in your audience. You want, as a creator, to cast out the widest net as possible and pull in as many people as possible. So you can't just pander to straight white men. You can't just pander to Reese. You can't just pander to Eric, right? So what you do is you don't pander to anyone. You don't. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into the game and hope for the best. I'm just saying. Funny that the net is losing gamers. It's not, though. That's the thing, right? It's not. Games are, and I will tell you guys this till I'm blue in the face, and I know I haven't been on the indie game bandwagon as long as some people. I mean, I haven't jumped off and on, right? If you want real fucking innovation in your games, you need to step outside of AAA. You do. Whether it's something like Gris, or what won this year? Neva, right? Something very different. Firewatch. I had on my list, that's a little bit older reference, right? Celeste. If you want to look at something like I'm trying to think. Hollow Knight. Silk Song still needs to come out. Just putting it out there. These are all games that are very different. Oh, the one I had on my list that I just played for the first time recently was What Remains of Edith Finch from the Firewatch creators. These are games that are different. Like, okay, I gotta tell you a part in this game, but I don't want to ruin it. So earmuffs, if you're sensitive to spoilers for What Remains of Edith Finch. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. When I was playing this game, it's very different. It's heavy on storytelling, and you guys know I like storytelling. But there is a part you're learning about this curse, right? The Fitch curse. And there is a part where you know this baby is going to die, right? But you're going literally into the bathtub. You play as the baby's toys at that point, and you are forced to hear about that baby dying. Like, it is, if you want something emotional, that one is well worth it. Same with Firewatch. But that part got me. There's also a part where you have to control in two different ways, where you're one of the sons in the family, and he worked at I think it was salmon factory, and you're cutting the salmon all while going on this journey. You have to dually control this game. There are games that are very well done, and there are games in AAA that are very well done also. I'm just saying, when you complain that all the games are woke and blah, 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 it is factually untrue. Just objectively false. And I did not. Okay, there's my rant. Edith Fitch. Spoilers over. But, oh shit. I got a tip. I'm so sorry. I was going on a rant there. You see that you corrupted me. I was innocent until I found your channel. I totally do not believe that. Not even a little bit. Nope. You corrupted all of us. Robert, was there a tip in there from I thought I saw something earlier, now that I see this, from Punk? I don't want to miss it, and I feel like an asshole if there was. Paul says video games are a form of escapism, and even to be an impression for what we wish we could be, perhaps. The issue of the girl boss trope is it is nothing more than the female version of the guy just being arrogant asshole, and no one likes that. Okay, so it's okay to have an arrogant asshole, and I'm going to gaslight you a little bit here, and pause. So I'm going to apologize in advance. So the arrogant guy, the Johnny Cages, are okay, but the girls are not. And I disagree. I don't like when they do a girl boss and just paint it over with a guy brush, right? Neither are okay. Okay. I wanted to make sure I didn't put words in your mouth. Okay. I like my Johnny Cages of the world, right? I like my arrogant assholes. In moderation. Now, when it comes to the girl boss trope specifically, can you give me an example of one you're kind of speaking on there, right? Where you say, let me look at the tip. You said just the female version of that. So can you give me an example in gaming of a girl boss that is the arrogant asshole type? Also, Punk, thank you very much. I appreciate you. No, I was just asking. That's why I said I'm going to gaslight you a little bit. Come on now. You know I'm going to make fun of you a little bit. But I just want kind of the example of what you mean. Because I don't like the girl boss where it's just a woman painted over with a man brush. It's not something I will personally seek out or play. But I'm trying to rack my brain here while you think of one of that happening. I think I can name one. Janet Cage, the cameo in Mortal Kombat. I actually severely dislike her. Like, I love Johnny. I love Johnny. But Janet gets on my fucking nerves. trying to think of anyone? Oh, that's an incredible deal. I have to get it on my fucking PlayStation. I tried to get Witcher 3 on my computer and it was like 122 gigabytes or something. And you got a good point. I love Johnny. You're right. His comedy makes up for the kind of like the goofy shit, the kind of arrogant asshole, like I'm better than you, pretentious shit. Can anyone name any? No, you're absolutely right. Michael's given great examples today. To me, Sophia Falcone is a strong female character with, one thing that's so great about Sophia Falcone, maybe you guys didn't notice, her hair in the first couple episodes, chef's kiss. I couldn't pull it off, but I love that feathered look on her. Great. But no, she's a girl boss in the best way possible. Right? She's awesome. And was it episode 4, without giving spoilers? Probably the best episode in the entire thing. She's awesome. So nobody can think of one. Come on, and pause. This was your example. And I gave more. Maybe you're going to say Abby. But Abby had a lot of faults. She wasn't arrogant, so that doesn't work. The Witcher is around the same size. Yeah. Wait, for fuck's sake, I gave you one? Wait, where? Hold on, I'm looking. Wait, usually those types of arrogant female characters are villains. Oh, okay. Lady D. Step on me, mommy. I loved her, though. Yeah? I mean... yeah, I think that could be one. But I saw her as an awesome character, not a bad character, right? Cruella de Vil. I haven't seen. Steph said it was really good, the new movie. And again, that goes to what Raymond was saying. They're usually the villain. What was the question? I was on my phone. Basically, the question was, okay, let's go back to MPAW's super chat here. That a lot of people don't like the girl boss trope. It's nothing more than a female version of a guy just being an arrogant asshole, and nobody likes that. We named a couple villains. But I can't think of any like heroes of like just painting a female with a man brush. Like, this is the issue we see right here, right? This is the issue we see right here. None of us can name a single person that is supposedly this girl boss trope. None of us. Besides a couple villains. And I don't even know that I would call Cruella de Vil or Lady D girl bosses. We got nothing. Which stands to these people have 0 point. I don't get it. I mean, how people used to use Rivet from Ratchet and Clank, but she is not just girl Ratchet at all. She is strong, capable, but she is at more of a disadvantage in the universe. Okay, so basically not another example. What about Lilith from Diablo 4? I'm not a Diablo person. Raymond, is that a good example? I don't know. And I'm also going to kick your ass, MPause, because you gave the example, or you gave the mention, but you're not giving me any examples. So Lilith is a villain. Okay. Stands to reason. So I think I probably gave the best example of what people would use, and that would be Abby. Again, if you actually played the game or watched me play it, wink, wink, you would know that that is not in fact true. Kind of, but if you don't consider Lady D a girl boss, then I wouldn't think Lilith is one either. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't. Like, I thought she was fucking hot. Like, okay. So it depends on if you think the term girl boss is derogatory or it's a positive. Sure, I'd call her a girl boss, but in the best way possible. But I don't think it would be a girl boss in the sense of what people are trying to say a girl boss is. I just kind of think the girl boss label is sort of silly. I get sort of what people mean by that, and I understand not liking the trope, but it's all about execution. Dumb and Dumber. You are, in fact, not dumb or dumber. Right? Neither one. Neither one. Because you are correct. Samuel says, when Heavenly Sword came out, people thought it was the female God of War. And they just took it off PS Plus. Right? Like, just took it off. Bastards. Or wait, was that 4? I don't remember. Okay, Robert's got an actual definition here. Let's see. A girl boss is a term used to describe a woman who is a leader or owner of a business, but it can also be used to describe a woman who is pursuing her own ambitions with confidence. The racism and class elitism, some career experts say that calling a woman a girl boss can be insulting or offensive term that was popularized by that girl in 2015's book, #GirlBoss. While the term initially used to be a positive aspirational term, it has since been criticized to propagate sexism. I did miss a part because that did not make sense. I don't know. We got no examples. And I think that's a perfect way to end it because nobody has any examples of an actual girl, like a derogatory way, right? Then point proven. There is no fucking need for all this ridiculous outrage when nuance exists. And there's nothing wrong with being a fucking girl boss. There's nothing. All right, guys, I am going to wrap up, though. This was super fun. I am looking forward to talking to the brainwashed. And by that, I most certainly mean Reese and Joseph. And they're going to tell us DEI bad, CRT bad, woke bad, and then going to get proven wrong by me. Just saying, just putting it out there. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.